Peace. Ali coming back at you on behalf of SAliMyers.com and also our online metaphysical store, L9shop.com. Alright, in this video, I want to talk about 5 signs you're ready to start your spiritual business. I know a lot of people out here are wanting to become full-time entrepreneurs, or you may want to quit your day job. You want the universe to support you, basically compensate you for your time and efforts. So I want to make this video for people that may be on the fence or may not even recognize the signs for themselves. So the signs are based on my own experience. You know, as a full-time spiritual entrepreneur, I no longer go to work. I haven't worked in probably 2 years now. In fact, it is exactly 2 years in April or whatever. So this is based on my own experience, and I can assure you if 4 out of the 5 signs apply to you, more than likely you're ready to start your spiritual business. Maybe not full time yet, but you're at least ready to start. So what are the 5 signs? The first 2 signs have to deal with employment. So if you're already at your job, these first 2 signs are going to apply to you if you already feel in your spirit. The first of the 2 signs dealing with your employment is you're at your work, but you feel like there's something else you should be doing. So it doesn't matter what you do for a living, as far as your 9 to 5, you're there, but there's something in the back of your mind or even in the front of your mind telling you that there's something else you should be doing. Doesn't matter what it is, it's just something that's like, man, you shouldn't be here. You should be doing something else. That's one of the signs that you may be ready to start your spiritual business. The other sign that relates to work, and this is sign number 2, is you're at work and you feel like that the authority, your bosses, the managers are just getting on your nerves. You have a problem with authority. Now, as a natural 11 life path born in the year of the dragon, you know, I had a bunch of tendencies like that when I was in my teenage years where I was at work and I just had a problem with authority. If you were my quote unquote boss and I felt like you weren't qualified to be that, I had a problem with it. Fast forward when I got more mature and I was already doing my spiritual business as far as teaching, selling products, having workshops, doing consultations. I was already in process of doing it. I was already doing it. So my problem with authority then was that I felt like, or I knew I was a boss. When you know you're a boss, it's hard to default to other bosses. So there's a lot of people that are wanting to be entrepreneurs. You're natural bosses. And the whole thing with that is, if you're a boss, it's hard to be under the tutelage of another boss. So that's one of the signs let you know that you may be ready to start your spiritual business, is you have a problem with your authority at work. Third sign letting you know that you're ready to start your spiritual business is that you're already using your gifts on a small scale. You're already using your gifts. You're already helping people on a small scale. Now, the 3 main spiritual gifts are teaching, healing, and counseling. So if you're teaching people on a small level, counseling or working with people one-on-one, helping them get over life issues, or you're healing, helping people alleviate certain diseases or ailments or even feeling better. If you're already doing that on a small scale, you may be ready to start your spiritual business. And number 4 sign is that once you're doing this on a small scale, teaching, healing, or counseling, people are already asking you, when is your services? When is your event? When are you going to put on a workshop? When can I sign up for your services? They're already asking you. You know, if you're already having people in your ear or on social media or inboxing you saying, you know, I'll pay for that. Or when are you going to start making that? You're already in position to start your spiritual business. So even if you create stuff like music, art, jewelry or something like that, you're already doing this, you're sharing, and people is like, man, I'll pay for that, I'll cop that from you. You may be ready to start your spiritual business. So 5th and final sign that you're ready to start your spiritual business is that you have some fear there. It could be a little fear or a lot of fear, but usually if it's a lot of fear, you're not ready to start. But if you have a little fear, all the other signs apply to you. You're at work thinking about not being there. You're having a problem with authority. You're already sharing your gifts. You're already making stuff for people. You're already doing it on a small level. People are requesting your services. People are seeing, when are you going to have an event? You already have those things, but you still have some fear. That fear is another sign that you may be ready ready to start your spiritual business. Now, like I said, if you have a lot of fear, you may not be ready. But if it's a little fear is natural because you're doing something that goes against the grain. You know, whenever you're starting a business, for anybody that started a business, including myself, one of the things that you hear a lot of people say is, but how are you going to pay your bills? What if you don't get that? What, it's not guaranteed. All them things you'll hear people tell you, and that increases fear. So having a little bit of fear is natural when you're taking that plunge in order to put yourself out there. So that fear is a sign that you may be ready to start your spiritual business. But I have to keep saying it. If it's a lot of fear, you may be too far off. But if it's a little fear and trepidation, that's a good sign. So I would go forward. Now, I want to end you with this because I'm talking about spiritual business. I don't want people going to their job and telling Mr. Charlie that they quit. You know what I mean? That's not my objective with this video. But I want to leave you with something that you can do in order to start that spiritual business. Is you want to start on a small scale. You know, when I started being out here teaching, counseling, doing all the things I do now on a larger scale, I started doing it on a smaller scale, and I still have my 9-to-5 job. So essentially, what I'm recommending for you is to start a side spiritual business, quote unquote, but also maintain your main job. You'll know when it's time to quit all the way is because you're making more outside of your 9-to-5 job or as close to being on the same level. That's letting you know that the universe is ready to support you full gusto, and once you quit your job, you'll be compensated even more. So I just want to end you with that. Start small with your spiritual business, but if 4 out of the 5 signs apply to you, I recommend that you start today. So this has been Ali. If you want to find out more information about myself and what we do, be sure to visit my main website, salymyers.com. If you're in need of metaphysical tools, supplies, altar, ritual, magic, natural healing products, be sure to check out our online store, l9shop.com. That's el9shop.com. If you're wanting to grow spiritually, master spirituality under the guidance of myself with other members, we got members working on putting themselves out there full time. They're already doing part time. You know, a lot of beautiful souls in my flagship program, Spiritual Master Accelerator. You can find out all the information at spiritualaccelerator.com. So until next time, this has been Ali. Peace.